Cowboys, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants under the lights on Sunday night.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Giants seem to be a team on the improve. They won their first playoff game since Super Bowl 46 last year. Now, what needs to happen to take that next step?
They just need to continue to amass talent, get those guys going, and become contributors. And on the offensive side of the ball, become much more explosive in the passing game.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the wait goes on for a Super Bowl appearance. This will be the 28th season since they last won Super Bowl 30 in 1996.
Let's add on to that. They haven't even been to an NFC Championship game since 1996. And you know, that does not sit well in the owner's box for the Dallas Cowboys, continuing trying to find their way back to the top of the mountain.
Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard. Prescott off play action. Steps away. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On second down, it's Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah,
there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Throwing Jones. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Jones now, throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Barbara, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on fourth down. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones. And incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession switching back to the New York Giants. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Finds finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So they'll get 8 out of that. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley, and he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Barkley. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side will play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter three. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On play action, Prescott being chased out left. Nice little juke, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! Peyton Hendershot from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead.
That's a good read of the situation by a quarterback. It's a sprint out to the flat, so after he fakes the handoff, he's going to give the impression this is going to be thrown to the back. Instead, he goes to the next level, and it pays off with a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Room here to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former number 2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants' offense.
Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a...
He's got it at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot because as the guy in the middle, the Mike...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
Third down.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A 39-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Pollard will take it up the gut. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and he gets it down to the 32. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Rolling to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that 1st after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not give it up 6.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. This one is Slayton over the middle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. To throw is Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. He dumps it off to Barkley. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing. Touchdown, Giants! Darren Waller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point try good by Gano, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, he had a great night throwing the football, wound up with 3 touchdown passes for the game, and his leadership, it really showed through in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.